प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए हो। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए, कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए। आकारी बन कर के हम वतन में जाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो। अव्यक्त वतन में, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, हो उस मीठे से वतन में।
Om Shanti. Taking everyone's love remembrances on this special day of Sadhguru Baba, when I went to offer Bhog to Baba. Baba, with lot of love, accepted Bhog, and also then I gave lots of love remembrances on behalf of all of you. And then Baba was in immense love, lot of love, as ocean of love, looking at all of us. And through his love, making us feel not only belong but safe. Yeah. All different respects. Baba was giving the rays of love and different powers. And then Baba accepted both. And after that, Baba said that shared little bit of at present we are doing this Adi Self, Adi Sarup. So Baba was smiling and Baba said that children are very, very sincerely have these feelings and determination to do what Baba wants us to do, but also to become complete. So Baba said all the children have very, very good bhavana, have pure feelings and pure thoughts, determination. Baba said not only bhavana, but they also have what they call it chahena. Chahena is that they really want to do it, right? Not only just have pure thought, but children want to do it. So children have bhavana and also chahena. Bhavana, I think most of you understand. You have heard that word many times. This bhavana is our pure feelings, and chahena also is pure desires. Like we really want to do it. So then Baba said, yes, children are making efforts, and everyone must be feeling some progress, some percentage more for becoming complete. So Baba said, are you all satisfied with your efforts? Baba said that Baba can see that how their sincere desire is there. So I didn't say anything. I can't respond on behalf of everyone because everyone, they have to see their own chart. So what Baba said at this time, uh, for your sincere desire to be fulfilled, it is very, very important to have, Baba says, three things. One is to make a budget. Baba said, this is not the budget for money. Of course, money is part of it. It's budget for your words, your time, your energy, your thoughts. In that budget, you have to see where to spend what and how much, right? That's why generally budget is created, that how much should I speak today? How much energy I should go towards thinking about service or whatever. And second, Baba said that timetable is very important because if you put some kind of discipline, timetable, when I will sit in yoga, when I have to do karma yoga, how many hours of work if we are working, but a timetable. And third, Baba said to keep a chart in which you write little bit on your self transformation or realization or remembrance of Baba. Something you write on your chart every night. So Baba says when you will do it, you will be able to uh, practically feel the transformation. Not only that, but the progress, you will be able to know what's the percentage I have moved towards becoming complete. And then Baba said, because there are two areas, one is self and other is the world. You want to serve the world at this time because you know that that's what Baba wants you to do, but then also you have to remember that you also have to become complete because both have deep connection of your becoming complete and then world service. So need is there for world service, but that need can only be fulfilled when you are moving towards stage of perfection. So Baba said that's why very, very important that when you create budget, then you see how much you have to do, for the world and how much you have to do for yourself. So properly, if you keep it, Baba said, for 1 week and look at that, and you will find it's very, very helpful. Like in Lokik life also, those who have timetable, those who have budget, so they are internally kind of carefree that yes, it will be okay when there is emergency, it will be okay when there is time of need, it will be okay when it's time to spend. Right? So Baba said that have a very, very clear about how much you need to do for yourself in form of hours of yoga or improvement or moving, making yourself, your virtues 100%. Then I said, Baba, we are working on this aspect of Devata and Levata. No? So Baba said that you all are Devata, right? I said, yes, Baba, but sometimes the sanskars of Levta also emerge. So Devta is one who bestow, and Levta is who still has certain things where they expect either support or in whatever way. So Baba said, yes, your children are working because their real experience, it you have to be that. No, it's not only knowing that you know now, but practice during day, practice few times to be in your Adi Rup. And Baba said then very beautiful divine sanskars not only will emerge, but also you will create them. And then in the end, Baba said, at this time, you have to have the cooperation amongst yourself. And that cooperation is that share your churning, your efforts as much as possible, sit and create a very, very spiritual atmosphere. And also just remind each other through even the drishti of their Adi Rup. That's the practice. You all have to do it. And cooperation for this kind of effort is very important in relationship within Brahmin family. And then Baba gave lots of love, remembrances for each one of you. So we are on the topic of Adi Dev, Adi Rup. Adi Dev is same thing, but Adi Self, we can say, or Adi Sarup. And we know that that's the beginning when we start playing part in Golden Age. Then how we descend completely pure, viceless, divine, all divine virtues. And we know that we don't do anything in Golden Age to become that, right? It is at confluence age that we inculcate those sanskars. And then with those sanskars, I go in first to home, and after some silence, rest, I come back. And those sanskars, when I return, those sanskars start playing. So it's really now at confluence age, we have to have all divine virtues. So yesterday we talked a little bit on love and respect towards each other in that Adi self. We might have love. I think we all have love. But it will be very different feeling to have this pure love, having the vision, looking at that soul in Adi self, in the Adi Swarup, image of that deity. So that the love and respect It's not respect only as a manner or etiquette, but respect coming from your heart towards that soul. Baba said it's a big, big help which other souls get when your vision towards that soul is like that. You can experiment amongst yourself in the family. We can do it at the centers or wherever we live together and experiment and see how you feel and how other ones feel. But it is important, of course, whatever we learn and we want to be, we have to practically do it, right? Then there will be real attainment and real experience of what exactly it will be of being the original self. Because we see all these images of gods and goddesses being worshipped in five forms. No, they show that when we become deity, how we are worship worthy. So we are becoming that now. So few times a day, you invoke your Adi self. Even for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you invoke that. And if possible, for Amrit Vela, sit with that image of Adi self, which I think you will really, really feel internally that it's not what I believe that Baba has said, this is what you are, but you will feel it that I am becoming now. So just imagine then the level of service which will be done first within the family, elevated relationships, spiritual relationships, divine relationships, but then also from that stage, the service which will happen. So I had little bit question this morning and I was churning on that yesterday from Murli Baba had said you have to become bestower and bestower of blessings. So we of course talked about bestower of virtues and powers. And actually every virtue also is a power, right? Like if you have tolerance, it's a virtue, but then also it's a power. As much you use virtue, it becomes power. Patience could be your strength, determination could be your power. So, as much you use that virtue, it changes into your power. Because sometimes they're not separate, right? So, bestower or data, but I had this thought how can we be vardata, giver, bestower of blessing, because only Baba can give blessings. So during the few times I was reflecting on that, and then thought came in my mind that we cannot give blessings which Baba gave. But if you look at someone who is doing very well or happy or doing good service, or you see any special qualities in your heart, when you have good wishes for that soul, that this soul can remain like that forever. So internally you are giving blessing to that soul. It's not only good wishes, but it's also blessing, or looking at the soul going in a good speed and just thoughts come, Baba, let this soul remain free from obstacles. Because when you are going very fast, then somewhere karmic account, obstacle, Maya hmm, appears and becomes an obstacle. So our pure thoughts towards that soul could be blessing, and that blessing will be, may you remain free from obstacles. So there are some of the blessings which emerge from our heart towards the soul. And if they can emerge for everyone, because everyone has some specialties, right? So there can also be not only virtues but blessings. That is where Baba said bestower, data, and vardata means bestower of blessings. You can reflect little more on that, but that's what I realized, that Before I used always tell everyone, Baba gives blessing, we give good wishes. But when Sunday Murli Baba said, no, you also have to be Vardata. So I said, oh, how do I give blessings? Then I realized, yes, it's true. Because many times I look at soul, and because of love for the soul, for every soul, I just say, may this soul remain like this. May this soul always remain happy, because sometimes Maya could come, little obstacle come and snatch away, no, that happiness. Or just let's all become complete. No, it's a kind of energy of blessings can be created. Right? So I think it's getting better no, when we are talking. We want to do according to Baba's Murli and be that. So naturally reflection happen and more clarity come. It is only by doing the next step then the churning happens also. Like, if you go on a stove and you make something, if you only know how, and you have never made it, so you have to keep looking at recipe then cook. But once you start cooking, so same is with the efforts. Right? You keep doing it, and more deep and deep insights will emerge. Some people say, how do we churn? I said, but if you don't make efforts, how will churning happen? Right? It's only when you do it then you want next step. What is next step? That is where deeper churning or insights will happen. Right? Like today, even if I have long list of virtues, but I know them, but I immediately think, what is next now? And it's only because it emerges in me that, okay, there is love, there is respect. And when there is respect, then there will be what we call it as two qualities. One, you will have patience, because sometimes we get very uh, impatient about certain things. Patience with the self, patience with others, with drama, even with self sometimes. Why I couldn't do that? Why I couldn't? It's like we get impatient. So patience is very important. And then second quality with patience, which is very, very important, is what is that quality with patience we require? Hmm? You all can think. Anyone can help me? Hmm? Huh? Cooperation. With patience come. Okay, let's say Baba had said word cooperation, no? Because there is love, there is respect, but also patience. Even patience with the time too. Patience is something where you are so stable inside. So you don't have to be, we don't have to be, but it happens that there is tension or stress, or it's like the energy goes a little bit high. And in that, sometimes our interaction or our, face or our energy is not that elevated. And it is not good for body also, like not good for the soul. We have to remain very, very light, very cheerful. As a deity, first quality is your face is very cheerful. Baba always used to say in the morning when he will come for Murli, used to look at every child, how blossom this child is. Blossomed, completely blossomed. Internally very open, and blossom really means open flower, no? Because birds remain, then the birds grow listen. So we have inside, but also we have to, Baba keeps saying these days, emerge form. You have to be in the emerge form now. Mm. So it is very, very important to uh, think more on Baba's message plus the virtue of cooperation. Mm. Not thinking this one should have done, this one should have done, but how to get it done. Mm. We all have been on spiritual journey, different stages. And when I watch, I know change will happen in this soul because I myself went through that in the beginning. Mm. But now, wherever anything is missing, I will say, do this or remind that person. Mm. And even if it might not be my duty, but it's Baba's yagya, Baba's seva. Mm. So it's Baba's seva to accomplish a task. Something is needed and it's not done or forgotten. If I remind, my status doesn't go low, but I get more marks in a way. Mm. Because it gets complete. So we all are very happy. Everything goes so well. Mm. So this way, patience and cooperation, we have to practically use it, right? Today, tomorrow. Attentively do it properly in the sense of situations come. How did I cooperate? Mm. Did I have enough patience? Patience will help you to feel that short time becomes long. Mm. With patience, with time, short time becomes long. Mm. And that I learned from Dadi Janki. I think I might have shared, I have shared so many stories. And patience with time, I really learned with Dadi that how every moment counts. But if you don't have patience, you are rushing, that moment sometimes doesn't work out the way it should be. So I was in London and oh, Dadi get a thought and she wants us to do that and we all try that. So I was leaving for airport and Dadi said, I want you to visit this Baba's child who is not well on the way and that soul will be very happy and all that. So I looked at what I said that is not possible because if I do that, I will miss the plane. Daddy was smiling. Daddy said, today you do it, what Daddy is saying. It's all right. If your plane missed, you come back. So I said, well, Daddy is saying it and what do I lose now? So I stopped on the way and I still was in time at airport to get the flight. So I said, how did it work out? I have many times after that this experience of also when there is internally you are very patient with the time. It seems like time is lengthy, time is prolonged more. I don't know how many of you have experimented. Patience with yourself, patience with others, patience with time. So there is a kind of energy. Time is also a big energy. So when we will practice patience and just cooperate, whatever task is there, sometimes you alone cannot do it, and other one can do, but it's too much. Just give hand for anything. Maybe I cannot do alone, you cannot, but two of us can do it together. Right? So there are different levels of cooperation because Baba's Yagya, Baba's Seva, we are one family. It's same task we doing. So we will use these two qualities and experiment, but again, keep reminding yourself, practice to be in your Adi self. There was a time Baba used to say everyone should have a picture of Lakshmi Narayan, right? So it's not a question of just emerging that, uh, you know, picture with costume or jewelry, but just the face, the face of divinity, of cheerfulness, lotus like eyes. And from their eyes feels like they are giving us blessing. Baba said in some of the Murlis, go and see the temple of Lakshmi Narayan in Delhi. When I was student in university, after my graduation, Baba asked me to do either journalism or law. So Baba said, I want magistrate daughters, I want newspaper, I want this, like he used to give ideas. So I said, okay. So I had to go for journalism, and it was 2 years course. But the college was next to Lakshmi Narayan temple. It was far from my home, Lokik home, no, center. I used to stay at center, but it was evening sessions. So I will say, Baba had been saying, so let me go and go in front of Lakshmi Narayan. But even before coming to Gyan, I used to love, you look at their eyes, they are giving blessings. Eyes, even this, it was just an idol of stone, it was marble, but they were so live. Here we sometimes look at eyes, they're not really vibrant with the awareness of blessings. I have to share blessings with everyone. So Adi Roop emerging few times a day, combined with this effort of looking at, you don't have to, of course, two virtues, but you can continue. Make a link of when there is love, there is respect. What do you see in everyone? And when you are seeing that, mm, that Adi Roop in other soul of Baba's child, then how do you feel? What your cooperation and patience, how it works in a way. So we will look into these two qualities, and I'm sure that mm, all of you must be taking benefit in the sense of practicing. I feel that is very important because, uh, and that is why it is good to keep listening to different classes and keep going for different talks. But I suggest that this is the time we listen to Murli, then maybe during day if there is some, but as much you can practice whole day is more important than getting more interpretations, more experience, more, uh, because there are so much coming now in form of classes. So it's all right, but I see some whole day only for themselves and others only organizes different talks. But that we have done a lot, right? So if you have to hear, then maybe one more or revise morely 2, 3 times and then practice. Implement it, very important, because that's where the stage gets created. Knowing everything is not from where stage comes. Yeah, Murli is very important. Churning on Murli, what Baba said. So we are on our journey and we will continue for a few more days for Adi form. And then you all know that Mama Day is coming. So we will do more on following Mother, Father, something until the end of the month. Right? So, anyway, thank you. And if there is something is inspiring us, so we all could be together every evening. And I really feel the blessings from all of you. And I honestly say it is the blessings from your heart brings me every evening. right? You agree? All of us maybe, right? His blessings brings us together in the evening. So also my love remembrances on day of Sadhguru Baba. Hmm. Okay, let us remember Baba.
Shanti!
We might go to Brazil, many trips, because they have 20 centers. So we have seen 5. So I hope you all won't mind going back and forth to Brazil. Quite far, but it's good to see. We don't want to miss any Baba's home. So we saw 3. They are near ocean. Salvador, beautiful place and very beautiful. This is Ida. She's coordinator of Salvador. Yeah, Paris, but coordinator of whole Salvador. Yeah, she also right. Kanjida, are you? She cooks very nicely. Everyone, I still remember beautiful souls and see Ida every day. I'm so happy to see you every day. Lots of love to everyone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yes, we all love each other. Mhm. Baba making us meet again, right? Like this. This is also face to face meeting, no? Because you don't come to Madhuban. Huh? Either you want to sing one line for us? No, she's a singer. Baba milta hai sukh khilai, right? Hmm. Sing. Yeah.
Peraí. Qual que eu canto? Em português ou hindi? Baba, tera bane mein
Sukh
milta ilahi re. Sukha milta ilahi re. Baba, tera bane mein sukh milta ilahi re. Sukha milta ilahi re.
Yes, keep always happy, unlimited happiness. Thank you. Om Shanti. Good night. Yes, our ever enthusiastic Baba's couple, always enthusiastic. Yes. Mm. Very beautiful place. I had never gone there, so I'm very happy to visit and see how beautiful everything is. And yeah, you want to say anything? You're okay?
Eu trago ela aqui no sutil sempre.
Yeah.
We used to bring you here in the subtle way all the time.
Yeah. All the time. Now also we are in a subtle way, but more in a physical. Okay, nice to meet you all, both of you. All the best. Om Shanti. Oh, right. Third center. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Nice to visit you all. It's a beautiful place, right? Chalo, pura. Okay. Om Shanti. Good night. चलो टाइम हो गया. Okay, let's remember Baba now. Came back from our trip.
घर घर स्वर्ग बनेगा आंगन आंगन
It's a beautiful song, says every home will be heaven. And that's what's happening now. At every home, when you are listening, bringing Baba at your home, bringing family at your home. So every home is becoming heaven. Okay, Om Shanti, everyone, and good night. Om Shanti.